no words to describe Manchester City's hammering of Chelsea yesterday. So here is a visual guide to what happened.
As they would like, oh my goodness, and a big hit there, and when it goes wrong, oh goodness, in doubles, lose, it can go really wrong. Kick away the sled, fellas.
Sarri was rightly getting some pelters after the 6-0 defeat. It was their worst defeat in 28 years and their worst in Premier League history. But what do Chelsea do now? Should they sack Sarri? Do they stick with him? Is loyalty really dead, Marcus? I know one man that thinks it is.
Always use the same brand of tea bags.
I'm just popping out.
Where are you going?
To the shops, Rod. We need milk.
We do need milk.
Well, Kev, for me, it's not a question of loyalty. It comes to common sense. I don't believe they should get rid of Sarri. Obviously, they're playing poorly. Obviously, yesterday wasn't good enough. But the problem is that Chelsea run a whole lot deeper than a manager. And I think it goes all the way back to Roman Abramovich, if I'm honest, because basically...
It does all start with him.
Yeah, it does all start with him. And the issue is, when the players start playing poorly, and they have been accused of downing tools, when that happens, they're absolved of any responsibility, really. And obviously, it tends to be the manager who gets the sack consistently. Like, apparently, Antonio Conte said last season he wanted big changes in Chelsea because he was unhappy with the mindset of the team. Again, but Chelsea back the players and not the manager. They brought in Sarri, started well. Sarri's now saying they're not buying into his type of football. They're not playing his type of football. It gets to the point though where sometimes you just need to ship out the players and get a whole new kind of like ethos in there.
And this type of performance is simply not accepted, and the players have to just resign all the wages, sack all their wages. That's it. For 1 week, not for 1 week, for 1 month. For 1 month that should be sacked.
You're right to some extent, Marcus, but that's what Chelsea have always done. They've always backed the players, it seems, and it's brought them 15 trophies in 15 seasons. You can't argue with their record. They've won the Champions League. They've found a way that works for them. Yes, it might not be that great in the long term, and it will cost them a ton of money, but you can't argue that it hasn't worked for them.
It has. In the short term, it works, but in the long term, like actually, Abramovich is always sort of giving these indications that he wants to build a footballing dynasty there. It's not going to work if you continually sack a manager. Like after 2 years is the longest tenure in recent times. So who takes the job now? Realistically, it's just a case of going in there, trying to stave off the sack, and hoping that the players believe in what you're doing. If you're not, down tools, and you'll get sacked.
Problem is, Sarri ball isn't working. With Conte, he came in, won the league straight away. Yes, disciplinarian, but Sarri just isn't seeming to get it out of the players, and he's really stubborn, it seems. He's insisting on playing Kante out of position. Got Kante, who won the league with Leicester, went to Chelsea, won the league there, won the World Cup with France, all playing in the central position, one of the best players in the world, and he's playing him out of position. I mean, that is stubbornness in the extreme. But what do you think? Should Chelsea sack Sarri, or should they stick with him for the long term? Make sure you place a vote on our website. The vote is now live.
Obviously, the biggest performance at the Etihad Stadium didn't come from Man City. It came from White Deep.
Aguero, possibly so. But Chelsea have had there it is. A referee with a sense of...
And in other news, the Champions League is back. We are excited, but more importantly, so is they. These are the champions. The